When I was 30 years old, I reached this point of like, I had spent my early 20s chasing physical health. Like, I ran a bunch of these ultramarathons and I was really working on my body, and I thought that would make me happy. The achievement of doing some of the most physically difficult things in my life, like running marathons, biking across the country, but it didn't make me happy. And then I thought, okay, well, maybe if I dated the most beautiful women, that would make me happy. So I went on this giant cringy journey of going out to bars and dating a lot, and I got good enough at it, but it turned my life into a shit show. And then I thought that money would make me happy. So I worked my butt off, shut off all partying, all dating, and I just focused on this whole new career for 2 years. And I got to a point where I was making good money, but that didn't make me happy. And so I kind of ran through these three options, right? Health, women, money, none of them, and I still didn't feel good day to day. So that was just like a giant question mark for me. Like, what is it? Am I just broken? And the universe always points you in the right direction, because that is when I met a therapist. I went to a conference and a workshop, and I learned about inner child healing, which is a form of shadow work where you talk to your inner child, like memories of you that are kind of stuck. So I did that intensely for about 6 years, right? And I did it more intensely than I think anybody that I know. You do these things called corrections, right? You write letters to your inner child for to change a certain pattern or behavior. And I did that I did 8 a day for the first couple of years, which is a whole heck of a lot. And it was, but I was very wounded because of my Asian heritage. I had Asian parents growing up. So those of y'all out there who know about Asian parents, hit me up, So I did that, and around year 3, a really weird thing started happening after I started doing all this. I started getting weird, messages, and I didn't know whether they were messages from God, the universe, or whatever it was, but I would just get hunches, I would get downloads during my morning meditations. And then, I would just start seeing things at work. Like, I started getting downloads about how to write the copy, which is, I was a copywriter, right? Like, that was my job. And I would just write it according to that, and it would turn out really well. And I didn't know whether I was going crazy or not, because I was hearing voices, right? So I struggled with that for 6 months, and I got to this point where I'm like, oh, I can't be going crazy because I'm making more money than ever, and my life is better than ever, and my life keeps going up, right? And then I met a spiritual teacher who assured me that I was not crazy. My belief level in God and the universe and all that having my back was probably 20 to 30%, and hers was 110%. And she said, bump that up. So I started doing that, and that's when I started getting really into the spiritual woo-woo stuff, because I could tell that there's something beyond our physical realm, and that's my journey. And for the first 30 years of my life, I didn't think that at all. I was never religious, never spiritual. And that's how I kind of got into all this stuff. So, I'm curious, have any of you had similar experiences like that, And I'm especially interested in talking to anybody who has an Asian American heritage who had tiger parents growing up, because that was my experience. I was pushed to get straight A's. I had a lot of pressure put on me and a lot of shame put on me to be the trophy that my parents could hold up and show their friends. So yeah, I'm curious if anyone else has had a similar experience. Let me know. Put it in the comments.